This is the Newsload.
Hi, I'm Carrie Anne Stevenson, and I'm here with Jeremy Hotz with Newsload. I'm here at Siku Hall, the new venue that we're just opening up, a fabulous new musical theater that we hopefully...
What is that, an organ behind you?
Yeah, it's a renovated church.
So that plays that thing behind you?
Yeah.
Where's the keyboard? What is it, this tiny little keyboard somewhere?
It's actually a massive organ in front of the stage that's probably some adorable church lady was able to rock it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So this can play at the hockey game if they could move it?
For sure. Hopefully you can join us and come and enjoy here in London, Ontario.
Oh God, is that where you are, in London, Ontario?
Yes.
I love London. They got the big school there, the big college. It's a big college thing, right?
Yeah, Western University is huge.
Yeah.
Fanshawe's doing well. Yeah. Where are you right now?
I'm in West Hollywood is where I live.
Oh my goodness. Just a
Yeah, but it's not been good weather, so don't be happy about it. It's been the worst weather I've ever seen. It's been cloudy
today. We got 20 degrees Celsius here today.
Yeah, you see, you've had that heat wave? We didn't have that. It's been crummy. You stole our summer. Yeah, it's been crummy. Really, it has. Like, people are complaining.
Well, they stole our Canadians, so there you go.
Yeah, and then you sent that stuff over to the United States too, the big storms and fires and stuff, and smoked them out. I know. Everything comes from Canada. America blames Canada for everything. Bad weather, fires. Oh, yeah. Yeah, terrible storm coming from Canada, big fire coming from Canada. It's always us. It's always us.
But then we bring the sweet maple syrup and everybody loves us again, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a story about that. I went into IHOP. This is really funny. So I went into IHOP on Santa Monica Boulevard and I got the pancakes. I got the blueberry pancakes. And I go and I go, bring me the maple syrup. And he goes, okay, I'll bring you the maple syrup. He brings me the maple syrup and I pour it on and it's revolting. And I call the guy back and I go, this isn't maple syrup. And he goes, yeah, that's maple syrup. And it wasn't. It was like this, Aunt Jemima crap. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The
corn syrup garbage, Anyway, so he goes, yeah, it's maple syrup. And I go, look, man, I'm from Canada, and that is not maple syrup. And he says, well, man, I'm from Mexico, and there it is.
So I'm loving to hear your beginner story. Where were you born?
Me, I was born in Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah. We moved to Canada when I was 1, and then I got a green card when I was in my 30s, and I moved to the States. And then I became a citizen 5 years ago, and I officially became an African American. I am. I write it on every form I fill out.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Do you have any siblings?
I have an older brother and a younger sister. I'm obviously the middle child.
The attention-seeking middle, like me.
Listen, you're ignored when you're the second. You just are, which was good for me. I was okay with, because I'm a dude, so you want to be left alone. But I could see how it could be a problem for a girl.
Yes. I like attention, and I found that when I was funny and goofy and doing silly stuff that I got the attention. So it worked in my favor as well.
Yeah, I got, I got laughs. Like, exactly. That's what you do. You get attention. And now look, we're both show business people.
Is your birthday in July as well?
May, you're
a Taurus.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a split personality.
Oh.
Yeah, I really am. There's no question about it. It's a perfect. Everyone who knows me goes, that's perfect for you.
And was your mother supportive of your career?
Yeah, I was lucky. I was lucky because, like I didn't get a lot of jobs when I was young because I don't think people like the look on my face. I really think that's what it was. I think they just didn't want to hire me because my friends would get jobs like in high school. I never got hired. I would try, but then no. But then, I got a brief job working at a laundromat when I was about 16. And then the guy went, he had ingrown toenail surgery. And he came back and he was hobbling around in these little blue booties they gave him. And I burst out laughing and I lost my job.
Yeah.
It was funny. So what are you going to do? And I remember thinking how lucky I was that I didn't have to work at the laundromat anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Do you have any extreme heckler stories?
Oh, from when I first started?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few the weirdest thing that ever happened to me, like I've never had anyone throw anything at me except once. All right. And it's a horrible thing to throw something at a performer because you're in the lights, you can't see it until the last second. And then you don't have you can't do that, So it was at this private function and it was a candy, like a hard candy, and it missed me and it was thrown, listen to this, by a rabbi.
What did you say?
Well, I mean, what do you say? At that point, I yelled right back to him, "Oh, you're a rabbi. I guess that means I'm converting." Because that was the most classless thing I've ever seen. And yeah. Early on in my career too. And then later what happens is you become so they can tell that you know what you're doing and they're terrified. They would never say anything, because they know they're going to lose. It's like looking at a magician and going, "Oh, that's a good trick. I got a better one." No, you don't. You don't have a better one.
Or try to argue a lawyer after 30 years of debate,
Mm-hmm. When lawyers get married, I always wondered in a fight, who wins the argument, between that must be horrible. It must go on the entire marriage.
I can't even imagine. I can't.
Yeah. 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 Because you know what lawyers say, right? Not necessarily. And then they say their whole thing. That's how that keeps going. Oh, not necessarily. And then they keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you have any crazy fans that have done anything ridiculous, sent you weird gifts or anything?
Yeah, well, I got the dog, right? So I have Shackleton, the Wonder Dog. And when I introduced him, because he goes everywhere with me, they went crazy for him. So, that I get every tour they bring. One lady brought him like the leg of a turkey, but like some wild turkey they had trapped in, the hills of Los Angeles. The leg was like this big. It was twice the size of the dog. Yeah. And it was, out of all the things that have ever been given to him, his favorite thing. He made me lug that thing around to a couple of stops, until Air Canada finally said, "We're not bringing that thing to Saskatoon." And I thought, why make the place look better?
That's amazing.
Oh, now we're going to get emails.
What are your inspirations on writing jokes?
I got to continue to do stand-up because no other institution will hire me for anything. That's why I became a comic in the first place. That's it. They didn't have a job for me, so I made my own job. That's kind of what happened, But I'm a real successful hermit.
What are your inspirations? What do you find funny that help you write your bits?
It's because of the way that I am. I'm so miserable and different than everybody else that when I walk outside, things happen to me and then they end up in the act. Really, it truly is. And anyone that knows me, who's walked down the street with me, will back that up 100%. I'm a magnet for, okay, if there's a crazy guy yelling and screaming, walking on the sidewalk, and there's a horde of people, he will come directly up to me and start screaming at me because those people think I'm their leader.
That sounds like fun experiences.
But things happen. Things happen. And I think what it is, you could see something and I could see something and I'll go, that's funny. I can do this, and this, and then put it in. And you would just go, oh, all I saw was a station wagon cut off a fire engine on the way to a fire. Well, that's kind of funny to me.
Do you have any cool celebrities that you've met that you've been starstruck?
John Travolta. Yeah. John Travolta walked into the Improv one night and he looked at me and I was standing right there and he looked directly at me and he just went, "Hey, how you doing?" Like that. And he's such a big star that when I looked at him, it's like he had this glowing halo around him. It was the most bizarre thing. It's hard to explain, but he stands out like no one else you would ever see in your life. Like magical, like godlike almost, like Jesus-like, really bizarre.
The magnetism and the energy.
Yeah, whatever it is. I have only experienced it once before, but it was really, well, this is obvious. You know what I mean? I did. It was like incredible. Like he was on another plane of human existence.
Phenomenal. Do you find celebrities like Tom Cruise and John Travolta and such, it's not just luck. It's not just that they have a good agent. They naturally are fabulous.
I think what happens is when they become that early on, they totally grow into it and it becomes part of them. And us seeing them on television becomes the most natural thing in the world. So when you see them in real life, they are this godlike figure. That's what it is. It's your own perception, which is pushed and aided by television. I mean, look what it did for Donald Trump. Yeah. That's TV. That's media right there. That's the power of media.
I went to the Tom Green show this weekend here in London. And
I love Tommy. I love Tommy. He's my buddy. I love Tommy.
He's a sweet, sweet guy. But 25 minutes was it of him fussing over his dog? Is that
okay? Well, I have one too, and sometimes I fuss over my dog for 25. However, I get huge laughs for it because I mean, my whole social media is me and the dog. And that's because I have the generalized anxiety disorder. So I can't really get married, that would be, and I know a lot of people when I say that who are married wonder how they can get generalized anxiety disorder. But unfortunately, I can't give it to you. You can't catch it. I'm sorry. You're stuck with your own lousy decision.
Wonderful. How do you feel about cancel culture going on right now?
I don't really care. I mean, I'm a funny guy, so whatever comes into my head, I say, and I have, I have some people that have gone, oh, you're this, you're that, and you're this. And then I go, I'm none of those things. You're wrong. And then they go away. That's it so far, but yeah, it's different. And do I watch saying certain things that I would have said in the past? I kind of grew out of those things anyway, like with time. Like I'm part of this culture too, So I grew out of that too, and well before this thing came along. So no, I was never that kind of comedian. I was, I would laugh at. Here's the difference. I would laugh and make a joke about seeing an old woman fall down the stairs, but I would never push an old woman down the stairs. See the difference?
You bet. You bet. Now,
Yeah.
for science and health reasons, we're asking all the boys what kind of underwear they're wearing.
What kind of underpants they wear?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say I go commando, but that's disgusting. And I don't. Okay. I don't. And anyone who does revolts me. Because what if those jeans end up in a secondhand store, you bastard?
So are you a boxer brief man?
Yes, I wear boxers. I wear comfort zones. Yeah. You got it. When you get older, it's like a woman's the way your boobs hang. Same thing happens to our package. So you have to get the right kind of underwear the older you get. When you're younger, it doesn't matter. When you're older, it makes all the difference in the world. Yeah. We need support like women do,
Yes, yes, yes.
We do.
Keep them stopping, flopping.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So tell me about Shackleton.
Yeah, he changed everything for me. That guy, emotional support animal. I have generalized anxiety disorder, which they said, I've had it my whole life. It was misdiagnosed when I was 8. They said he's eating too much ketchup. That's all they knew back then.
Wow.
Yeah, so cut out the ketchup is what it was. Yeah.
And that's a crappy condiment to lose. That's on all your burgers. And
I did eat a lot of ketchup. I guess that's why they could say, hey, cut that out. He likes it. The one thing he likes, get rid of that, So that was a major mental disorder that I had when I was 8. Why they sent me from the school to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist said he's eating too much ketchup. That was the diagnosis. Yeah, you see what I'm saying about mental illness and psychology and psychiatry? You gotta go. Maybe only half of them know what the hell they're doing, and the other half are just mailing it in there.
Yeah,
I mean, we can all pass a test. You know what I mean?
They're just guessing, kind of thing. No,
kinda.
But is Shackleton calming you?
Shackleton is a Chihuahua, and I'm his therapy dog. He's more nervous than me. That's how this works. He's terrified, and I have to look after him, and therefore I'm not as anxious because I'm looking after the dog and concerned about him, But let me tell you, on the plane and stuff, like, because I took him from being a puppy, like this dog on the plane, he doesn't make a sound. He wants to be in his bag under the seat. If you take him out and put him in the bag next to you, he wants to go back under the seat again. Yeah. He prefers it, He gets up when he knows the plane is is landing. He's used to it. And the only problem is I have to take him out of the bag now because everywhere I go, they know now. They know the dog, so they want a photograph with the dog, and which is a drag.
He's good, and it's good that he's travel size. So
it's good that he's travel size, but it does get to be intrusive when there's 3 or 4 people in a row, and he just wants to be left alone. Yeah. And it is his alone time. He's in that black bag. That's his house. You can't just put your hands in that bag. Like he's totally offended by that.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
I should put a little flag on that goes, "Don't put your hands in the bag." Not that he's going to bite you, but he runs away. Like he's like, "What the hell?"
Because you're a stranger. He doesn't know. And
who's after me is what he's thinking. Yeah. Well, they're really weird Chihuahuas. They're like, boutique dogs. He's kind of half a dog. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants to play, but not too rough.
So you're on your 8th tour now.
Wow. Is it? Wow.
How do we keep track of you? Your website, your Instagram?
Yeah, you can Instagram, Facebook, my website, Jeremy Hotz. I seem to have that name. And now we're doing a whole new TikTok thing. It's starting. We've shot some things. So, we're all happy about that and looking forward to it because we wanted to do it at the same time as the tour,
Good. Okay. Well, one last request, if you don't mind my asking for you to say it loud, say it proud. I love Newsload.
Newsload? Newsload?
Yes.
Okay. I'll say it. Should I say my name first?
Sure.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jeremy Hotz, and I love Newsload. Yeah. And a few other things, not just Newsload, but I love Download too.
Phenomenal. Well, Jeremy, I absolutely adore everything you do. I think that you're incredible. You're a beautiful representation of us Canucks over here. And
I wish you could play the organ. Will they even let you, or you can't touch it unless you're a certain religion? What is it? How does it work?
Well, it's no longer a church, so but I unfortunately don't know how to play anything but chopsticks. So
hilarious. What is it? Is it a hall that you rent? What is it now? What is it?
It's owned by a private gentleman, and we're going to be turning it into a musical theater and bringing some comedy and haunted house maybe for Halloween.
So it's a venue is what it is.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, good luck, hey, in London, and hopefully you have fun there because that's a real nice city,
Definitely. And if you come through, we definitely would love to have you.
It's not on this one, but I think is Kitchener near it?
Yes, we live.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going there. Anyway, look on the website. There's something that's close. I'm going to. How far is London from Toronto? I forget.
3 hours.
Oh no, that's far. Okay, but there'll be some place that's close. Ontario's not that big, really. Everything's right next to each other. Yeah. I'm going to Oshawa. Is that close?
It's close-ish.
Ish. Okay. Yeah. That means no.
Well,
all right. Well, I had a pleasure talking to you at your fake church.
And I hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
This is the Newsload.